What's the deal? It's your girl Dada live in effect, and I'm sitting here with my cousin
Leiloni.
Leiloni. What's the deal? How you been, cousin?
Been okay.
That's
It's been stressful year.
Stressful year. 2020 been good to you or bad to you?
It's been alright.
It's been all right. Well, you know the great thing about it is you're still living.
Definitely.
A lot of people they was gone this year. You know what I'm saying? So tell people what you do. Like, what's your occupation?
Well, I run a boys' home.
Oh, okay.
For the youth and their DCFS and probation.
So how is that like a task? Like how old are the boys?
My youngest is 16 and my oldest is 19.
Dang, okay. So what kind of like, how are they dealing with this pandemic being in that boys' home?
A little stressful. They're teenagers. They want to have a regular life in high school. They're able to.
Right.
No proms, no homecoming, no dates.
That sucks.
Talk to your girlfriend, can go hang out with her.
That just sucks. Yeah, that absolutely sucks because we had it made. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
We had it made.
I feel bad for sure.
On everything. These kids had a drive-by graduation, and that just ain't okay. Birthday parties, weddings, drive-through. People are utilizing the drive-through wedding like a motherfucker, and that shit's crazy. But okay, so let me ask you this: in that field of work, like what you gotta do to be working at a boys' home?
I have a college degree for sure.
What in what?
Depends on what you want to do in the field. At the minimum, a bachelor's degree.
Oh damn.
And that's ground floor running with a minimum wage. Or years of experience. I give everybody that has been in this field a lot longer than me a lot of respect because the field has changed a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's more therapeutic now, which is great for the kids, but I don't know so much for the future because I feel like we might coddle them a little bit more because the laws have changed. They have a lot more rights than they used to.
True.
Which is positive for them, but then at the same time, they don't have the same standards as a kid that knows that if you talk to a police officer or you talk to an adult after you're 18 a certain way, you can be punished a different way than what we're teaching them.
Right. Because nowadays it's like kids can say anything to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we the aunties and uncles of the generation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the world is changing and we're all adapting. So even in my field, we have to learn that because times have changed and the kids have different rights than they used to, but it's for good reasons. There's things that happen that weren't so good for a lot of kids that were in the system.
Right.
And we don't even have to go into depth. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know.
Yeah.
So it's good and bad. Some kids use it to their advantage. Some kids understand. Some parents dislike it. Some parents like it because it's more enforcing something they weren't able to enforce themselves.
Oh yeah.
My concern is that when they turn 18, when they go out into the real world, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
It's not going to be, we're going to hold your hand and we're going to say, no, don't talk to somebody like that.
Yeah.
They're going to do it and it's going to be a repercussion for it.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Out of all the years that how long you say you've been doing this job?
I was going on 9 years.
9 years. That's dope. So in all that time, have you ever came across a kid that was emancipated?
I have.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I never.
But they cannot stay with us after they're emancipated because then they're on their own.
Oh dang! For real?
So they can get emancipated from the system, but after that point, they're on your own. That's what being emancipated is.
So you grown now. You got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out.
But dang!
It's really sad when kids do that and they weren't ready, and then you see them at a bus stop. They're homeless, or you see them. Maybe they have good jobs, and some of them will call back. I've had kids call me back and say, "You know, Miss, I wish that I would have listened to you because I would have learned this earlier, but now I understand." And it's years later, but they could have picked it up at an earlier age. But we've all been teenagers.
Yeah. So what about this? Have you lost any children?
Yes, have. Since I've been in the field, I've lost 2. And I consider the third one as a loss because she was doing so well and she ended up on drugs really bad and nobody knows where she is. 2 I've lost to suicides.
Man, that is wild. Wow, how do you deal with that situation? Because I mean, at this point, you're emotionally attached. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So, like, how do you cope with that? Do you just take it as you gotta grieve like it was one of your relatives, or?
No, we get to grieve, because being a worker in the system, you can't attend funerals.
Oh wow.
We don't really get to keep in contact with a lot of our kids because they're minors. You gotta go through jumps and hoops to be able to keep in contact with the kids, but it's for their benefit, because if they had a relationship with you, how are they supposed to build a relationship with the people they're going with if they're holding on to something in the past?
Yeah, so
it can be beneficial, but sometimes you build those relationships and you really care and you want to know how they're doing. Yeah. So I like when they call back and say, "Hey, I'm doing good," or "Hey, I'm going through this," and they want to get your opinion on things, because then you know they respected you at some point.
And they paid attention to the things you were trying to guide them through. So that's super dope. You know,
you might have been a bitch, you know.
You can cuss on this, because this is say that shit. And you can say that shit.
You might have been something else when you said it initially, but they'll respect you later.
Fuck that bitch, but you know what? Hey, Miss Leiloni, can I get it? Yeah, I get you. So what about this 2020 election? What happened? What's the deal? Who'd you vote for?
I don't know. For a better awful. Figure it out.
I ain't vote for shit. Yeah.
There's some people who are running that are going to be beneficial, but I think everybody has their ups and downs.
Yeah.
Definitely did not vote for Trump.
So you voted for Biden. You're a Biden voter. I didn't get to vote due to the circumstances of the situation I had going on. But if I could, I guess there's really no excuse, because I could have mailed in a ballot. I'm terrible. But anyways, I mean, the election, what I do appreciate is the fact that we have a woman in office, okay?
She's going to do some great things. I believe that she is going to.
They say she's a bad lady, though. Moments. But everybody has their moments. Everybody has their moments in life. That's just one thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when your back is against the wall, for instance, her being a district attorney, her back is against the wall. She has to, okay, let me put it like this. If you were a lawyer, right? Yeah. And you knew your client was guilty, your job is to get your client off, right? Yeah. So therefore, people were mad at her because she put a lot of people, Black people or people of color.
It was her job, but I think everybody has to take into consideration that everybody has a job to do, but what you stand for, you got to be rock solid.
That's true. 10 toes down. I feel
she is going. I feel like she's going to do a lot of great work if the people she works with allow her to. That's going to be what.
That's true. She's the vice president of the United States of America.
But doesn't mean she can't do everything she wants to do.
That is true.
Because of Donald Trump would do a whole lot.
I think the only person
he was able to.
Yeah, the only person. You know what? Trump got away with not putting Obama's picture on the wall. Like, he's just a disrespectful motherfucker, bro. And he's not even presidential. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I don't say that shit. I don't give a damn about none of that. But we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank my cousin Leiloni for coming out and let us talk about the group home and tell me about her job and all that other shit. So we are out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in to say that shit. Look out for the kids, guys. Hey, look out for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Lead them the right way.
There's a lot of them out there without families that need everybody's help.
And if you need to adopt, because adopting is a good thing. Fostering
is great.
Is even better. There you go.
Lead them in the right direction.
Boom. Good interview, eh?